Asha say Ken entia $18 million and farmer Anas efa defamation suit bi ho. Ebusia ede na koba ya amasa nsem ya ba court Asha say Canada Japan akeka nsem eni ani nsem emfata nsem a enim ede ache Anas nti sa me ontu asa sika twitwiri die ema eye Anas. Yebeka ya on the 15th of March 2023 na Anas de nsem bi court ema court to share say Canada Japan edi bim enti Anas enti 50,000 Ghana cedis en farmer Canada Japan enso Canada Japan ka say sika no de onfa nya hwe na nia opese Anas eye ne say Anas ebe kokwasi nyantachi wono akwa na chaw one de oka ne ho no akwa po ma chaw so onu no mom akeka ensem ani ensem a enim entrosem egu omusu nti onu de oni ni chima mi nchibia na mom onko pa kwasi nyantachi ne ba ko ka ne ho no achaw ebusia si ebeka ya way back video ni.
All I'll say is the victory is especially for Kwesi Nyantachi and the gentleman here. What they have gone through are massive humiliation in this country. Nobody, no citizen of this country should go through like that. I tell you today, the 50,000, I don't need it.
Enti asem ni nyina koda na yebeka ya enche bia na yehu se Dada Fred ene Dada Fred yobi a oye US based Ghanaian US based eno na oni namne na abe fontintan videos ye videos ni ade eno no oni Canada Japan akwa live video na live video nim no na Canada Japan be ka se chese Anas de si eba criminal pa oni di kan onka no kre oyo true for enti ano na Anas gina soa na okukura asem na US sometime sa asemi ekoso ewo US mem no satam no na Canada Japan ewo New Jersey honom na no watch say ensem ya na say live video e so ma Canada Japan kasa enti ebra wo ka nsem ne say ye Anas so record no ojote point nti sa nsem no ka ye no na Anas say gina so de call New Jersey court e ma sam radio court to say ye Canada Japan enti $18 million and for manabusia ajaji for na lawyer for ni gina ne kon so denden dia e wo so tieska no na ye bisa say edi enti na bra ken no winning case or Ghana no wan jisika na Anas de why willingly Anas why intact say sika we $18 million na court e Jeffrey Ken ho no ono de obeje menti ase abusia enkomo e course so a e ma sa siwi course Anas asade asem na ko US court no ebusia e be kwa akotie da before that no ene me course wo court wo no asem a court ne kan ye no ka say ye 18 million Ghana cedis e de free ye Ken ho e de ama Anas no ye nkonko hwe court won sem ni bi embra
and it says, Judge, in our initial finding we awarded $18 million and a breakdown, presuming $5 million, actual $5 million, and punitive $8 million, with your verdict and your... Okay, so the court's decision, as we start at the end, the court is denying the request for mistrial, and everyone can file motions at the appropriate time, and the court will address everything after the motions are filed appropriately and then responded appropriately. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
No. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Na say ne esem ni simi court o na nsem we na eye Canada Japan e kan no live video so abro ne Daddy Fred eye live video no.
When we are fighting for the truth, a lot of people, because we're fighting now, we step on toes. So those toes will definitely high people go out there, disgrace you and everything. I know intimeno and happen. Let me go to Ambeswan. A criminal like Anas, very evil guy, very evil, and he continues to do that even under MPP for Heshelde Anas. And so as far back as February 2018. Now we have just been in power for 1 year. Now Anas Ekoseti MPP ministers up. You see somebody you have to believe more than me in Japan. I have all the videos. And I've given you the date, 8 February 2018. Anas, that evil boy, was setting MPP people up to disgrace them. That's how he makes his money. Or blackmailing. And he saw I'm a swelling or no akasa or make general come crest or so or where you crop for on where is journalist or unravel corruption. Oh, my country.
On the video, Bob, on saying the video, Baba too, just said, and wasema, Okan or radio, says, or Bob premises, the visa, a month for M1, and Omotea was signed and check and a woo, and one church him were interpreted about the cartoon page, and a month for Shas here, interpreting.
Mamma Cassim, I'm Cassim. Wouldn't nipa. Assume he said, Nam the court one am be away. Who are winning yet, Juma? Any panel, a year within 20 minutes, maybe an amen tape. Now, who they are caught to social media or the torso? Did he even say good things about Ameswali? No sympathy, nothing. And when I will say he's behind it because he wanted to divert attention. One, Abentina Asemasi. Police investigation Korean young course. Now who was sending message to a congressman here? Some mimika saying well, I don't Ghana for Magini Susasana. Ghana for Magini is Susasa. A criminal like that. Now where Nipa one anas a kum Chinese pokumu. Now me call court to me kind.
I know you need proof until honor your for honor to change.
Me want proof when I catch you, please. I have
fast proof for no police for honor yen and so cry. Yeah, but honor yen so until honor yen inside.
Crash it. I think. Missing me what proof. I have all the videos of the Chinese people. What are you talking about? My court to crack can I know radio so I've gone to court and stated it clearly. Why are you afraid? Why?
I don't know Canada Japan to share so far no. One share situation now. As omu juli niema gu so ku animase.
That penny, one now money your problem. Muamuti Ghana, America hand with all due respect to some of Ghanaians no woman near Juma Papa be no sorry social media. Omuna sasem way many and come quote and come quote because a new man person be here the boy Ghana. Ni say Jimmy Semnoa e bi moti radio so ni TV so any akromfo to say Anas or Jinko for Sasi Roman sisters no na wunya soldier for painful nyina e di nachi. I will talk and the a problem. And I mean my catcher will say me say once I'm fighting for the truth, there be I'll get enemies. And the
Enti anu atwi na esa court ahye say Ken entua eye $80 million emfama Anas Ghana case na Anas an wene Ken wene ye Anas Ken wene ye na wasa Anas tua 50,000 Ghana cedis edema Canada Japan nenso so Ken ka say ono de wonpanemu mu hia achawpa edema Anas nkopa kwasi nyantachi ni ba ko ka ne ho na chew nenso asem ni ba US ne de Anas one ne lawyers scan dendendin $80 million ne dendendin de afri honom ne no na Kevin Taylor efre a lawyer fo ni mu ba ko a odi asem ne de ma Anas no ene ne twetwe nkomo se ekoba ne sai asem ne be ye dai ede na si wonsem no abusia Kevin Taylor ene lawyer ba ko bon nkomo na yenkotie bimbra
in New Jersey in a court. To make it easy for us, we are one of the lawyers for Anas, and I want to state again, Udini Evans Selassie Adika, renowned lawyer. Bepacho, can you run us through how it started and how we got to know today, say, a judgment in the New Jersey court, Abba?
Okay, Mr. P. You know, the interesting thing is, I quite remember that you were sued in the U.S. sometime in 2021.
Yes.
And that actually caused my clients to begin inquiring about possibly if there's if there was anything out there, whether it will be actionable in the US. So you have some significance to today's events. So shortly after, when you were going through your motion to dismiss, we actually took a keen interest in that case and reviewed all the pleadings. And during that time also, my client informed me of a video that was circulating on social media. I just say, "Yeah, papa no, and someone just like what kind about my client." So, like, you know, as the intellectuals that we are, we started opening the books and try to see where we can lay a claim. It's interesting enough. I mean, after reviewing the video, I you know, in our training, there's something that we are taught. Say, in your case, case, no, it has to pass the test, and the case has to stand on all fours, which means that you do an analysis of whether there's jurisdiction in place, whether you have all the elements of each claim that you want to bring, you know. So we went through all of that, and my conclusion was yes, on the basis of video now, my client is send them, you know. You tweet back court New Jersey. Yes, and say, yeah, papa no video no so yeah, papa na and the moon some say or kase free fee New Jersey. Now when you say you move for so no the diaspora is very important. Obviously, what you do is testament to that fact. And you know, there was an audience that he spoke to. We're Ghana for. They all take a keen interest in the happenings in Ghana, especially the politics in Ghana. So we thought, you know, there was solid grounds for us to be in the court in New Jersey. So I advised my clients accordingly. Now, the interesting thing is that the defamation is say, kind of my they the work for court. It's a separate case.
Yeah.
It's not to mean Ghana and family defending way. You still have to prove the truth of it. And you know, before they will go to trial, no, there's mandatory settlement conference. I better say this maybe by this time no will be say ya grow no or they'll commit to the rights and senses and decide say, you know, this shouldn't go on because yes. And I acquire no, unfortunately, you know, me and you know, Anas disagreed with me, but I prepared a settlement memorandum that sought to settle this case for $18 million. Just like the jury came back. As you know, these days we have all kind of tools that we can use to predict certain things.
Before you go ahead, this is where the contention is, and people saying 80 million, others saying a year 30 million. You know. Now, when you read,
well, we'll come to that. Let me clarify. Let me just clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. Complaints there the coin. Yeah, claim for $30 million. $30 million.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And what I'm saying is that at the before the mandatory settlement conference, or before the jury is empaneled, even though my client had firmly informed me he had no intention of settling this case because he believes that he ought to go to a jury of his peers to clear his name. But maybe cause near Jumano so no catch and say, you know, let's just prepare our settlement memorandum, be thorough and be reasonable.
Yeah.
And you know, even though he protested, I prepared a settlement memorandum that sought to settle this case for $18 million. Okay. Now you do settlement conference, you know, papa about court. Now the lawyer just say what he was willing to settle this matter for, and he said $10,000. So honestly, you know,
it's clarification is very, very important. You know, normally Ghana into Mukodru Hono, Anas initially, you have a kind of simple street language, and the damages are not paid around $30 million. And the client and Anas Kasa say a woman saw for $30 million, and yes, he can't all pay. In fact, he wants his name to be cleared, and then any priority of going to court.
Yes.
But because of the experience, now unim sibi anyo matiano, uno client here Anas Kasa and say it would be better and to be reasonable to at least settle on $80 million. And I'll say, no client Anas, no, you did not really agree, but because he respects you as his counsel, Anas and a lawyer, no, you people ended up around that money, around that figure, which is $80 million.
Oh yes, and like I said, your lawyer at Awemega, New York.
Oh, yeah.
And also come home. And Andrew D here.
Yeah, you are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Wemega is there.
Yes,
D here is there. Crow is there. Yourself. Basically, as we are speaking to you, we are speaking to all of them because.
Yes. So the whole team agreed on that, but he was the only reluctant one in settling the matter. But procedurally, we couldn't go to trial without actually going through to the settlement conference.
Yes.
In spite of his reservations, we still almost cut our demand down to about a little over half.
Okay.
But to our surprise, $10,000 to end the case.
No.
You know, I want an arbitrator who said no. Some way, I'm sure so I can papers, no. So he said basically, go and take your gamble in the courtroom. So that's how we ended up going to trial. So, like, to go back to how it ended, so at about 4:50 on Thursday. And the jury brought us in and they told us what unanimously what they had arrived at. But we decided to keep it under wraps because there was a component you multiply 18 million by 5 money do 90 million for a total of about
the plan.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah, because
to do that. Okay.
Yes. And then you decided to say about to go with coming public with the finding of culpability on Thursday.
Yeah.
We ended up leaving that alone. A pursuit of ×5 because almost file emotions be I just say or see a two in terms of that and sana say one way or another I could pursue that ×5 and I say depending on what happens, maybe I bet me German and Cafe. But at this time, almost my court don't say almost into swore.
Okay. So at this point, Oma Makoti who say Ombeba 80 million or Omo Pentiswo. How many days do they have to file that?
Okay. So at this point, the next thing that's going to happen is that there's going to be a paper. A judgment. I just say court reading seal better so.
Yeah.
That would take a few days, and then after that, I believe there's a 5-day rule that's within which you can file that motion. So a bay motion, depending on how that motion goes,
okay.
We would get a chance. We may get a chance to attempt to get our ×5 of that 18 million, or a big jam and a couple. So depending on how that motion goes,
So for now,
yes.
18, Obintiminka said that is the end of the case. It depends.
No, it's not because hypothetically, so much to grab back 10, we still have the opportunity to go for ×5.
That is 50. Okay.
Yeah, and it's ever called extra 50 plus. Yeah, hypothetically, so much to back 10, we can go for another ×5.
Next, let's say, dear. Anas edge 80 million Ghana cedis. African ho. Said the ensam and some Canada Japan. Esa kwatna New Jersey USA ho ekeka or live videos on that Fred. And no nam swa Anas said jina swa otimidi asem ne kopium US ko bibeka se asem ne yedin Ghana we ne yede kwa na esa kopium US and ansem ono no kokeka ne honti and am asem no sa kopie US a ye frɛ Canada Japan a asem no kokodi fo ho no mabusia said the ensam ne city no so adwenche na de comment section ho onya subscribe ya no ya wa like wa comment na afi wa share na onua bi enye bi ahwe mo somfo na na adwene